How are you giving me feedback before you read anything?
I can give you. I can
no,
give you feedback.
Can't. You don't know what it says.
I don't necessarily need to have read the whole thing yet.
Okay, here we go again, Mr. Asshole, and I know everything. Yes, Mr. I'm right. What should I do without you reading it?
Hey, I'm D'Anthony, and this is my wife Rachel, and together we wrote a book called The Couple's Pregnancy Guide for First-Time Parents. If you've been around for a while, you've seen how Rachel and I, work together in order to raise two kind-hearted, independent-thinking humans in Taj and Aaliyah. In the book, we give tools and suggestions that you and your partner can use to work better together during the pregnancy process and the months after. So here it is, us working together as a team to write our first book together on teamwork. Writing a book together should be pretty simple.
An adjective describes something. You're using it as a noun.
And that's not what we should be doing.
It is.
No,
it is.
I think
Rachel, weather. What does the word weather mean?
Sounds like the perfect setup. Hey, what's good, guys? D'Anthony here from the Dad Vlog, and thanks for being here. This is episode 2. We're about 2 weeks away from the publication of our first book, The Couple's Pregnancy Guide, which is a book that shows you how to work together as a team, and we demonstrate that teamwork through our pregnancy journey, because let's be real, it's a whole lot of stuff that goes on through that journey. You can still pre-order the book right now. Everywhere books are sold. Amazon link is down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, because YouTube be on some funny acting stuff now. So make sure you hit the bell if you want to support the channel. The book or these Create Dope Human t-shirts are very, very awesome. Link in the bio. So at this point, we're still trying to get on the same page. We know that we have this objective, which is writing a book. We know that we have the experiences. Now it's about how do we say that together? So I have my method, Rachel has her method, and honestly at this point we're operating in two completely different silos.
Now try to make it more conversational.
Did you read the whole thing?
I did not read the whole thing.
D'Anthony, read the whole thing before you judge, please.
I'm not. I am not.
Just read the whole thing.
Okay, let me just
give you this first. No. I don't want to hear anything until you read it.
I'm going to read it, but this is just still. Listen, let's just.
How are you giving me feedback before you read anything?
I can give you. I can still give you feedback.
Can't. You don't know what it says.
I don't necessarily need to have read the whole thing yet.
Okay, here we go again, Mr. Asshole, and I know everything. Yes, Mr. I'm right. What should I do without you reading it?
Only thing I'm trying to do is just give you a hint at how to make it sound more conversational. Now, what I was going to say, I'm coming. Okay, I am coming up in 2 minutes, okay?
Go get your towel.
Now, here's my thing. Did I read it before I started talking to her? No, I didn't. But I didn't think that I needed to, because I know my wife. I know what she said already. I know how she writes, and I know the direction I was trying to get her to go in. So I knew what to do before I even read it. So I just said, hey, let me just skip some time. Just give her the feedback ahead of time. Apparently that's a no.
Only thing that I was going to say is try it. What if you could just take this whole thing and just bring it down a level, as if you're explaining to someone else of just bring it down one level.
I already did that. That's what I thought I did.
Maybe another level is what I'm trying to say.
This is not in depth, and again, you didn't read it, so you don't even know what it says. I
know. I'm just telling.
Broke it all the way down to like the most simplest, layman terms, the most super high level, so you just get the gist.
Okay.
But you wouldn't know that because you're not reading it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. I'm just gonna go get from the back first. Okay.
Now, what you just witnessed was me conceding. Not saying that she was right, not saying that I was right, but saying clearly she is very passionate about this, and I'm not going to be able to give her any feedback unless I read exactly, or unless I approach this in the manner in which she wants this to be approached from. All right, today is review day. We submitted one chapter. After all of that back and forth Rachel and I did, we have one chapter. We submitted to the editor, and we're going to talk to the editor today and see what she thinks about our approach and our writing style. Hopefully we don't fail and get a bad grade, and then they say, this is trash, you got to start over. That's worst case scenario. But then I was like, oh, is it better if I just read through the entire thing first?
I will read through the whole thing first, just to like get my big picture, high level feelings of how I feel about something. Yep. Then I'll like sit with it. I think for y'all, it might be helpful to do something similar. Just first like read through it and be like, do we agree that the ideas in this book make sense?
See, now that is a very important part, what just happened there. Here it is. Rachel and I have never written anything together, never worked together. We're trying to do it. We're noticing something is off here. We go to an editor, an outside perspective, and they reiterate, hey, or she reiterates to me, hey, maybe you should read the whole thing, then see what you think about the whole thing. Now, that's common sense. Like, I knew the answer to that, but having that outside source that's valuable come into something that we're trying to do and present a valid option helps us get a little bit better. This is like the concept of life imitating art. Let's say that there was no writing process. Rachel and I are going through regular lives and we're butting heads. We got difference of opinions. We got these disagreements that's just not making us move our marriage forward. Then we go see a counselor or a therapist. And the therapist says, maybe you guys should sit and talk about X, Y, and Z and see what you guys think about X, Y, and Z. And we take that advice. And then now our marriage is a little bit better, or we're moving the marriage forward a little bit more because we brought that outside source in. Same exact thing. And I was like, even though I did think I was right, like, because I feel like I got the data pointers on Rachel to know and understand, but you know, I concede. This one, I got the value out of this situation. And before you know it, we are the perfect collaborating machine. Like, you know, we're even having fun. Like, we're typing and reminiscing. And at this point, everything is literally going perfect. I could not be happier with our progress. Just when everything is going great, something trash happens.
It's the medial meniscus that they see for sure torn.
Okay.
The lateral meniscus, we're not seeing it on the MRI scan, but I suspect that you have that also just based on where your pain is.
It was sucky because as soon as we were just hitting these strides, like we're just in this flow, all I'm thinking about is, you know, family in the book, family in the book, family in the book. You know, I'm out traveling, we go on vacation, I'm still finding time to write. You know, I'm taking advantage of what our editor said. Like, you know, make sure we, you know, bring stuff together. I'm taking advantage of this. And then all of a sudden, boom, just, you know, I'm very mental. Just messed up everything, in my opinion. I lean on the side of caution when I use this word.